Hey everybody, so today I have a really cool video, and what it is I have a friend that has sent me a Christmas and a birthday gift, I should say. And just as just for full honesty, I want to say that I actually opened this already and tried to make a video on it, but the problem is I wasn't prepared for the content inside, and I felt like it did a disservice given I wanted to really share this product. So I have a friend that is very passionate about Flesh and Blood, and he sent me some Flesh and Blood cards for my birthday / Christmas this year. And I wanted to show them on camera because I think it's a pretty cool thing. I love sharing my love of trading card games or any of my collectibles with other people, and really appreciate this gift as it's a game that I haven't. I've only opened a couple of booster boxes. I think it was Monarch First Edition. I think it was Monarch First Edition. Oh, I don't remember. But anyways, I figured I would show some of these cards off that I have been given. So now we're going to start this way, and we're going to start from the back. There's a couple cards here. I'm going to start from the back and move forward. So, okay, first we've got Ragamuffin's hat. Now what's cool about this is, I'll take it right out of this protector, the Ultra Pro protector, and we can see that it's got cold foiling. I'm going to actually take it out of this penny sleeve also, and you can see the cold foiling on that hat. It's a really cool thing in Flesh and Blood that they do the cold foiling. It looks really nice. And there's also some foiling on the edges of the cards here too. But yeah, so this comes from, I believe, Tales of Aria, if I am not mistaken. Really cool card. You can see Flesh and Blood, from my understanding, when I've talked to other people, it's one of those games that is one of the most fun games to play in terms of trading card games. I played 2 rounds or 2 separate games of Flesh and Blood with the friend that has given me these cards, and I will say that I had a lot of fun playing it. I had a lot to learn, as it is another game, but it's like every game, there's a learning curve. But I found that this one for other games I've tried to learn or played a little bit of. I've played a little bit of Magic, and that was mainly on the app. I have played some Pokemon trading card game. I've also played Pokemon on the app. I found this one to be the one that I kind of connected with, where I was like, oh, I think I have a general understanding. Now, I will also say that talking to my friend, what he has said is it's an easy game to learn to begin with, and it's a hard game to master. So next card we're going to go into is, I'm going to pull it right out of here again. It is called Sutcliffe's Suede Hides. Again, it's a cold foiling. Super cool. I believe this is also from Tales of Aria, and it's a beautiful card. Like, there's that cold foiling. It really is a cool way of doing the cards, and it does differentiate it from other card games. Again, Flesh and Blood on the back. Really cool game. He had also sent me some information, and I think that this is kind of cool. Is Flesh and Blood is made from a company that is based out of New Zealand, and I guess this year they're valued as one of the top valued export companies out of New Zealand or something along those lines. There was a Deloitte review that priced them out, and it turns out they are actually one of the biggest growing companies, is maybe the best way to say that. So really cool. Okay, next up we have a Rotten Old Buckler. Again, cold foil, beautiful. Looks really cool. It's a Guardian equipment. So with Flesh and Blood, you can build your character up. So here's like a shield you could have. Here's some boots you could have. Here's a hat I can use. So these cards are used to suit your character up, essentially. From my understanding, I'm not super deep into this. I'm not going to claim to be an expert by any means. I am a complete beginner, I would even say. But it's pretty cool. So there is a Rotten Old Buckler. Next we have, okay, this is more of a promo card from what I could tell in my little bit of research I did in order to make this video a little bit more informative rather than just opening. But this is probably my favorite foil that I saw. This is another cold foil. It's a cracked bauble, and it says, wishing you a wonderful festive season. So this is just a generic resource, and resources are in the top left-hand corner. You can have 1, 2, or 3 resources. You can use some cards like these, like the bucklers and the weapons. I don't believe you can use them as resources, as they don't have the options in the corner. But this you can actually use as a resource card, or you can use it for playing the game itself. So there's the cracked bauble. Pretty cool. I actually put it back in that penny sleeve as I go through this. So then we get into some of the cool. Well, these are all cool cards. I'm not going to say that there's a big difference there, but this one, what he wrote on here is CTO 3rd set 1st edition. So let's open that up. This is a rune chant. Look at this. I'm going to actually pull it out of the penny sleeve again. Here we go. Looks beautiful. Now, I don't know if this is still a cold foil or not. I think it is, actually. I think this would be considered a cold foil. I don't have an eye for it yet. I'm sure that if you have enough of these cards in your hands, you can kind of get an eye for it. But to me, this does look like that same kind of foiling, but I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments too. I am not opposed to that. But this one says, when you play an attack action card or attack with a weapon, destroy rune chant and deal 1 arcane damage to target opposing hero. So it's a rune blade token aura. Really cool. And then finally, and this is the cool one. This is an alpha print card. So this is from my understanding, alpha print is like one of the before prints. Well, how do I say this? Not before print. It is when a card game comes out, you have your alpha, and then you have your full tested game. And this is from the alpha. This is called Snatch. And as you can see here, it does 3 damage. It's got 2 defense, or you can use it as those. It can be used as 2. What's the word that we used here before? It can be used as a 2 resource. So really cool. It's got that hollow in the background. Very nice card too. Very cool. I am very grateful to have been given these cards. So yeah, I wanted to go through these and share them, because I think Flesh and Blood is one of those games that I didn't realize how popular it was outside of North America. So as a North American person, I mean, we've got a couple of games that are really popping up. MetaZoo, I guess they said they did $50,000 or $50 million in revenue. I'm not sure what that all includes, if that includes third-party, working with third-party sellers too, or that includes taxes. I mean, they didn't give us enough information to actually make much out of it, other than they said they do $50 million in revenue. It doesn't talk about solvency at all. It doesn't talk anything about liquidity. It doesn't talk about profitability. It just is $50 million in revenue, which is a good number, but by itself, you can't really determine much off of it. Whereas what's cool with Flesh and Blood is they seem to be, if they are one of these big growing companies in New Zealand, it's obviously taking off somewhere. And I've, from my chats with my friend again, it sounds like it's a big thing in Europe. I was wondering if it was big in Australia or if it was big in New Zealand. I'm assuming in New Zealand it would be a pretty big game. I would then almost want to think that maybe in Australia it would be a big game. I'm not sure, but it's a cool game to play, and I think that it is. I know that the market's sort of in a downturn right now, but it does seem like one of those games that that might last the test of time here if they continue on. So that's it. Thank you for watching my video. To my friend that gifted these to me, I appreciate it a lot, dude. And keep watching for more content. Like, subscribe, and comment. I would really appreciate it. We're going to try to continue to grow this channel. We're at 31 people right now, or 31 subscribers, I should say. Maybe some of you are bots. Maybe some of you are Carters. Who knows? All right. Thank you very much.